The Red Sea is a place of secrets. In November 2024 it claimed six Sri Lankan sea marshals, all ex-military, vanished while guarding two Azerbaijani-flagged tugboats. They didn't fall to pirates or storms. Instead, they disappeared into silence. One moment, they were on deck. The next, all communication stopped. For their families, it was as if the ocean had erased them. Their names: K. Adapatu, W. Piasena, A. Halim, L. Lankanayaka, K. Thilakaratne, and P. Pathiraja. These were professionals, hired to protect cargo and crew. Their mission was routine, until November 7th, when everything changed. News broke. Eritrea, a fiercely independent nation, had detained them. But Eritrea said nothing, deepening the mystery. As weeks passed, speculation grew: confrontation, arbitrary detention, diplomatic standoff. Yet Eritrea remained silent, not out of chaos, but as a deliberate stance. The six marshals' fate became tied to Eritrea's enigmatic reputation, a nation that refuses to play by global expectations. Nearly a year later, the mystery persists. The Azerbaijani crew were released in March, but the Sri Lankans remain. This is more than a maritime incident. It's a lesson in sovereignty and the power of silence. Eritrea's silence is not weakness, but a statement of control. The world demands answers, but Eritrea stands firm. The story is a slow-burning drama, where the loudest message is the one never spoken. In the Red Sea, strength is measured not in noise, but in unyielding quiet. The enigma endures. To understand Eritrea's actions, you must understand its history. Forged by a 30-year struggle for independence, Eritrea's identity is built on sovereignty and sacrifice. Its Red Sea coastline is not just geography, it's a lifeline, guarded with vigilance. Eritrea resists outside pressure, charting its own course since 1993. Its navy, though small, is disciplined and uncompromising. Every nautical mile is sovereign ground, protected as fiercely as its land. When the tugboats entered Eritrean waters, the response was inevitable, swift, professional, and rooted in decades of policy. In Eritrea, the rules are clear, and they are enforced with resolve. The incident began with a storm. Two Azerbaijani tugboats, with 18 crew and 6 Sri Lankan sea marshals, diverted into Eritrean waters near Massawa. Eritrean patrols responded immediately, not with aggression, but with protocol. They boarded, inspected, and informed the crew of their unauthorized entry. The vessels were escorted to port. All 24 men were detained. The armed marshals drew special scrutiny. Their weapons and devices were confiscated. For Eritrea, this was a matter of national security, handled lawfully and efficiently. The process was orderly, not hostile. The world's attention was caught not by violence, but by the silence that followed. Eritrea's actions were a textbook case of international law in practice. Under UNCLOS, coastal states control their territorial sea, up to 12 nautical miles. Innocent passage ends when security is threatened, especially by armed personnel. Eritrea had every right to intercept, inspect, and detain the vessels. In the Red Sea, vigilance is not optional, it's essential. The presence of armed guards demanded a thorough investigation. Eritrea acted as any responsible nation would, upholding sovereignty and the rule of law. The incident was not aggression, but a lawful defense of its borders. In a world obsessed with instant statements, Eritrea's silence was its strongest move. This was not confusion, but a calculated strategy rooted in discipline and self-reliance. Eritrea avoids media theatrics, preferring quiet, methodical work. Silence shielded the investigation from outside interference and speculation. It allowed Eritrea to control the narrative and timeline. This approach reflects national confidence, standing on the foundation of law, not public approval. Eritrea's silence was an assertion of autonomy, not an admission of guilt. Direct state-to-state communication replaced public sparring. While the world waited, Eritrea worked discreetly, valuing results over rhetoric. In this, silence became a mark of maturity and control. Eritrea's silence created a vacuum, quickly filled by speculation and sensationalism. Media painted the detention as a kidnapping, ignoring the legal context. The reality: the men were held for unauthorized entry, not as hostages. Confiscating devices is standard in security investigations worldwide. The release of the Azerbaijani crew in March proved there was a process, not chaos. The Sri Lankan Marshals, as armed personnel, faced deeper scrutiny. Eritrea's silence was not lawlessness but a refusal to engage in a media trial. The investigation was methodical, not arbitrary. The true story, a sovereign state applying its laws, not a rogue regime. Eritrea's coastline is both a blessing and a burden. It borders the Bab el-Mandeb, a choke point for global trade and oil. Instability here ripples across the world economy. Eritrea is a frontline guardian, responsible for regional security. Its waters are a superhighway, not a quiet backwater. Vigilance is essential. Piracy, smuggling, and rivalries are constant threats. Eritrea's navy enforces order, protecting not just itself, but international shipping. The interception of the tugboats was a test of this commitment. Eritrea's prompt, lawful response sent a clear message. Its waters are sovereign and secure. This is the heavy duty of its geography, and Eritrea takes it seriously. While the world focused on Eritrea's silence, quiet diplomacy was underway. Eritrea engaged Azerbaijan directly, not through the media. The Azerbaijani crew's release in March showed a process at work, not arbitrary detention. Sri Lanka's government also opened channels, though the investigation into the armed marshals continues. Eritrea's approach is respectful, if slow, state to state, not adversarial. Multiple diplomatic avenues are in play, reflecting the case's complexity. Eritrea's patient diplomacy values substance over spectacle. For the families, the wait is agonizing, but this process offers the best hope for resolution. It's a testament to diplomacy that values results, not headlines. Eritrea's silent stance is a testament to its character. In a noisy world, it shows the power of stillness and self-assurance. Eritrea trusted its laws and processes, not public opinion. The story of the 6 Marshals highlights Eritrea's commitment to sovereignty and methodical investigation. Its silence was purposeful, a watchman focused on duty, not drama. Eritrea's actions affirm its role as a responsible regional actor. The nation's restraint is its strength, its wisdom is knowing when not to speak. Eritrea remains a silent sentinel, confident in its rights and its place in the world.